Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, Queen? Hey, what's going on, Miss A-Lady? Miss Queen Minister, what's going on? Mama Capone, peace, peace, peace. Brother Ellis, what's going on? Peace, peace, peace.
Okay, so I like this.
Hey, peace. Throw it off. Love it life, love it life. Just giving it a couple of minutes, letting people tune in and tap in. Family, if you can, share this out with your family and friends. Please, if you can, share this out with your family and friends.
Okay, so I like this.
Wealthy rising, wealthy rising. Peace, peace. Manifest, what's going on, big homie? What's the word? Yeah, it does something, don't it?
Okay, so I like this.
I know my neighbors hate you over there. Hey, I appreciate that, Bardner. He said that ETH option play from last week was definitely a gem, not financial advice. It wasn't financial advice, but it was definitely a motherfucking gem, wasn't it? Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. It's the Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early rising show of coffee and crypto. It is the Hump Day, Pump Day, Market Mania. Hopefully everybody's already in position. Hopefully y'all not trying to jump on a moving train. Bitcoin class last week was the shit. When we gonna put the class together, bro? I'm ready whenever you ready. When we gonna put the class together out here in Chicago? I'm ready whenever you ready. Yeah, the Bitcoin class last week was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Individuals are eating right now. In fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. Damn near anybody that's ever took one of my classes over the last 8 years is eating. This is just a known fact. Especially those that I was teaching when Ethereum was $80, $100, $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, and now $4,000. Right? Anybody that's took any of my past classes, as long as you're able to manage money, you eat. Brother Michael, what's going on? What you doing? What you doing this weekend? Nah, it's gonna be bad this weekend. I got the class with Red Pill. We gonna figure it out, man. They want me to come to Invest Fest next week. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it though. They want me to slide out to Invest Fest. I'm moving soon. Got you. You about to get up out of that spot. Okay. Nisha P, what's going on? Nisha P, what's going on? Peace. Hey, big shout out to everybody that's tuning in, tapping in. In fact, before we get the ball rolling, let's go ahead and do a roll call. Let me know where my new money matrix shifters are checking in from. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. Y'all already know I'm tuning in from Southside Chicago, Chi-Town, what they call it now. I know we got a couple of other Chi-Town natives in the building. Let me know where everybody's checking in from. Let me know where you're getting this information from. Hey, if you can, please share this out to family and friends. Please share this out to family and friends. It's really not a lot of individuals like us that's bringing this amount of information. DC is in the building. North Philly is in the building. And they really need to come get some real fucking information. DC in the building. Okay, DC on Instagram and on YouTube was the first ones to comment. DC is definitely in the building. We got West London in the building. Big shout out to Over East. Big shout out to Over East. Pittsburgh in the building. Toronto, Canada in the building. Nashville, Atlanta. Charlotte is in the building. Oakland, Cali is in the building. We got Detroit in the building. Houston's in the building. North Carolina's in the building. We got Puerto Rico in the building. Peace, peace. Phoenix is in the building. Chicago Southside is in the building. Richmond, VA in the building. Brother Michael is right outside Chicago, but by way of Southside Houston, definitely in the building. Big shout out to the New Money Matrix Discord. Washington State is in the building. We got Sweden in the building. So we got East London and Sweden in the building. No, West London. My apologies. West London and Sweden in the building. Big shout out to those that are checking in outside the country. Aurora's in the building. Jersey's in the building. Out West is in the building. Big shout out to my homies out there out West. Capitol Hill, Fifth City. What's going on? We got Portland, Oregon in the building. Aurora, Illinois in the building. Yep, y'all got a good shopping center out there. But yeah. Hey, look, with all that being said, man, we're live right now. Indiana is in the building. We see Bitcoin hitting $121,000. Ethereum was just at 4,700. Just at 4,700 before price started to retrace a tad bit, right? The market is hot. The market's on fire. For those that are watching right now, for those that are in the chat, hey, Alchemist said, I ran the hedging options play with ETH. Hey, look, it's a couple of individuals that, hey, big shout out to y'all. That's all I'm going to say, man. Big shout out to y'all. GI's in the building. Gangsta Island, Gary, Indiana. Big shout out. Peace, peace, peace. Hey, big shout out to anybody that took advantage of the information that I shared, right? The DMV is in the building. What's going on, Miss Lakeisha? Peace, peace, peace. For those that took advantage of the information that I shared, that have been taking advantage of the information that I shared, and for free. For free. Remember, this shit, my YouTube's not monetized. I need to monetize this shit, though. I've been running this channel for them there 8 years without monetization. YouTube ain't because I always looked at it as a form of zakat, right? A way of giving back, a way of I ain't gonna get paid for everything. You know what I mean? But anyways, for the last 8 years, the information I've been bringing, man. Are you doing the ETH Strat class? Yes, I'm doing that class Monday. I'm doing that class Monday. It should be available on the website now. We're doing that class Monday night. And it's actually going to go beyond ETH Strat. What I'm actually going to be doing is showing different strategies that will allow the individual to maximize their return. That's really what the whole class is going to be focused on. We're going to start off with the ETH Strat protocol and platform and project, and then we're going to move over into other Ethereum strategies that I think will be beneficial for the community. Always remember, none of it is financial advice, y'all. None of it is financial advice. The way you really want to look at it is a tech class, because I'm showing you how to use new technology. You know what I mean? We're not so much trading and doing this, that, and the third, right? I'm showing you how to use new technology. So you might as well start looking at them as tech classes. You know what I mean? There we go. There we go. So yeah, Tampa Bay is in the building. What's going on? Man, hey, but look, the market's hot. For those that are in earshot right now, for those that are within earshot, by a show of hands, how many of you have been able to increase, maximize, or at least change your financial position in life based off the information I've been sharing over the last couple of years? Just based off the information I've been sharing over the last couple of years, right? How many of you have been able? Y'all gonna see me in a minute. I'm still smoking. I'm putting the mask on in a minute. We're gonna go live. But how many of you have been able to change, right, your financial position, should I say? How many of you have been able to change your financial position over the last couple of years, last couple of months, last couple of weeks, whatever the case may be, just based off the information I've been sharing? By a show of hands, I just want to see whose lives I'm touching. I want to see, am I making a difference? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Am I really making a difference? Okay. We got a couple individuals. Okay. I'm seeing the hands come through. All right. All right. Mamba said you helped me rethink what it means to have a savings account. Deep, 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 deep. That's hard. That's hard. True Seeker said setting up my baby's babies. Hey, I appreciate that. That's what it's really all about. That's what it's really all about. Because remember, what we're doing today is not so much for us, right? It's more so for those that are coming after us. And it may not be your children, it may be your community. It may be family and friends that are able to pass it down to their children, right? You're going to play a part. Miss Brianna saying learning CDP. And we ain't talking about the Chicago Police Department, right? We're talking about CDP, collateralized debt position. Collateralized debt position. Miss DF Kindness said you definitely changing this family's life. I appreciate that. What's going on? Time, Freedom, Health, Travel, checking in from Atlanta. Peace. Miss Holmes, Negus L, Bar None, Lakeisha, Alchemist, T Rosa, B damn, where'd the name go? Y'all going too fast. B to the E, K-Spiracy, what's going on? I appreciate everybody with their hands up. I appreciate everybody with their hands up. I appreciate everybody with their hands up. So we got a couple of things we're going to be covering today. A couple of things. Ha, my man, Jay Coleman. What's going on, big homie? Peace, peace, peace. Success Tay said, ever since I learned the X-Verse play to earn Bitcoin, I've been building my reserve. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that's, I'm going to be honest with you. That X-Verse play, that's one of the more advanced plays that an individual could position themselves in. Because not only are you earning that 9%, right, in Bitcoin, per the amount of shares you have of the STX token, you're also open to the price exposure and possible maximum appreciation of the STX token itself. We're going to take a look at that today. Those were some of my earliest classes from, I think, October of 2023, maybe? I think I was doing those classes in October of 2023 when I first started the 100 million Satoshi worth. Hey, let me ask you this. How many of y'all want me to bring back 100 million Satoshis worth of game podcast? It is a paid subscription. It is a paid subscription. But how many, and all we was doing in every single class, right? Every single class, I was going through ways that we could grow our account. I forgot how many Satoshis we started with, but I was showing how we could grow that account to 100 million Satoshis. Huh? I'm tapping back in with you soon. Still learning, but I appreciate you, Jack. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Success Tay. 100%. 100%. Yeah, how many of y'all want me to bring back 100 million Satoshis worth of game? Which is really giving you 100 million Satoshis worth of game. Right? Really giving you 100 million Satoshis worth of game. I think we're going to get back to that. At least, what was it? I think it was at least one episode a week. I think we were doing at least one episode a week. Negus L said, I'm doing $1 a day BTC challenge. Hey, how many of y'all took that challenge? How many of y'all took? Yeah, Potato on Sui doing their thing, Josh. You know who else doing their thing on passive? Black Hole on AVAC. Potato on Sui, Black Hole on AVAC. This is not financial advice, y'all. These are my opinions. How many of y'all are doing $1 a day? $1 a day challenge. Who's doing it? $1 a day challenge. Huh? $100 million again. Bully out here bullying. Yeah, I got a bully. I'm the block bully. It wouldn't be right if I wasn't bullying. You get what I'm saying? That name didn't start with blockchain. That name started with the block bullies. Right? But now, so we're going to look to bring it back probably for September, right? September, October, November, December. Yep. For Q4. That's what we're going to do. We're going to end the year out with a bang. For Q4, I'm going to be coming back with 100 million Satoshis worth of game. $1 a day the past 5 years on BTC would be 10K right now. Let's take a look at $1 a day challenge if you would have done this a while back. Let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Always remember this, y'all. Everybody thinks that investing, you got to come out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't. $1 a day allocated correctly could change your economic and financial future. Right? $1 a day. Let's just take a look. What we'll do is we'll use Bitcoin first, right? BTC. We'll do Bitcoin. We'll do $1 a day, and we'll go back to 2000. Let's go back. In fact, let's go back to when I first came on the scene. Let's go back to when I first came on the scene. Let's go to 2017. I believe my first video was in June of 2017 on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And if we run that to June, of 2000, damn, I just missed my anniversary. I keep missing my anniversary. You know what? I'm gonna do something for my 10-year anniversary though, which would be 2027 if I'm still here, if I'm still around. I'm gonna do something for my anniversary. But we're gonna run this from June of 2017 till June 2025. $1 a day, right? $1 a day. This is what you would have invested. You would have invested $2,953. But in your remember, this is a long-term savings account. A long-term savings account. That's how you want to look at it. Your savings account would be worth $25,000. Hold on. 29.5. No, 25.9. Not 29.5. 25.9. 25,900. That is what your savings account would be worth. Because remember, you're saving in Satoshis. Y'all got to get with the new world. Y'all got to get with the new world and get with the new form of currency. You got to understand. Saving for the long term in dollars is what the Flintstones did. Saving for the long term, 5, 10, 15, 20 years in dollars is what the Flintstones did. Right? I thought we was the Jetsons. I thought those of you that were on this live, whether you on YouTube or Instagram, I thought this was the Jetsons. You still saving in dollars? That's what you're doing? For the long term? Huh? That's what you're doing? Saving in dollars still? I don't understand why. When the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Remember, hey, always remember this. The last block doesn't get mined until everybody on this live is gone. Understand that. This game doesn't end until we're long gone. So don't think, oh, well, what if when I start doing $1 a day, it's not going to perform that well and it's just going to go down? You crazy. You crazy as hell. You super crazy, Joe. Like, I don't even understand your thought process there. The last block don't get mad till we long gone. I appreciate that, Brother Colby. Hey, if anybody wants to learn how to Bitcoin mine, you need to follow J. Coleman Photo on Instagram. J. Coleman Photo on Instagram. From the day I came on the scene, the man's been here mining Bitcoin. Like I said, that was back in 2017. The old days to us. The old days. 2017 to us is like the 1800s in real time. You get what I'm saying? 2017 to us is like the 1800s in real time. Right? We were buying land in California and all these other places as it was getting set. Well, maybe before the 1800s, but you get the idea. You get the idea. So once again, what's the motto? $1 a day, what? What's the motto? Before we go forward, for anybody that ever thought, if you're ever going to listen to this live in the future, and you ever thought that you didn't have enough to really do what you needed to do, always remember, $1 a day. Al Shaheem said, bro, I fell off so hard on my blockchain and my crypto shit. You ain't fall off, you still got the knowledge. You just took a break. You ain't fall off, you still got the knowledge. You just took a break. All you got to do is get back in and do $1 a day, because that's going to keep the poverty away. You got it, Nico. There you go. Happy I never sold what I had. Good shit. $1 a day keeps the poverty away. Come on, man. $1 a day. $1 a day can keep the poverty away. And I'm showing you the proof in the pudding right here just using Bitcoin. Now, let's see what those returns would be with Ethereum. Let's see if it would be better, worse. Let's take a look. So you'd be shy another $10,000. If you were doing this into Ethereum, you would be shy $10,000 of what your original return would have been if you would have put it in Bitcoin. right? Let's do everybody's favorite, XRP. Let's do everybody's favorite, XRP. Let's see. $1 a day in the XRP from June of 2017, and this is early, until June of 2025. You'd be right around, you'd be damn near where you was at if you bought Ethereum. You would be damn near where you was at if you bought Ethereum. So everybody's saying that, everyone's saying that, you know, everything in the XRP, everything into this one, everything into that one. Bitcoin is the apex predator in the financial game right now. Bitcoin is the apex predator, and I'm showing you that. Proof is in the pudding. I'm showing y'all that right now. The proof is in the pudding. I'm showing y'all that. How could you ignore it? Let's use something else. Let's take a look at LTC. LTC been around for a while. Litecoin, what are we doing? Wow, you only have $3,000. Litecoin has been a very, very, very poor performer. Very poor performer. But it will be better than saving in dollars once again. It would be better than saving in dollars. What's going on, Tommy the Mushroom Man? Wealthy Rising, guy. Hey, I got a location for y'all next time y'all want to do an event, too. In fact, for anybody in the Chicagoland area, if you want to do an event, whether it's something like yoga instructing, art, maybe do something with vendors where you're selling, you know, your jewelry, your crystal art, whatever the case may be, reach out to me. I do at a location. Carnez, what's going on, big homie? Hey, that's one of the OGs right there. I went to high school with him. That's the homie. Nothing like the digital gold. No, definitely. Hey, look. So once again, $1 a day in the Bitcoin from June of 2017 till June of 2025. $1 a day. You would have put $2,953 in your savings account, but you would currently have $25,918. Remember, and all you're doing is $1 a day. You're not trading. You're not doing this. You're just $1 a day. Who honestly can't do $1 a day? Let's be honest. Who can't do $1 a day? MetaMaster, what's going on, big homie? Let me bring this in a little bit so we can get the full. Yeah, there we go. Much clearer. There we go. Way better. All right. Let's go ahead and get this ball started. Get the party started. Let's get the party started. Let me scoot back real quick. Back in. Hey, no, we gonna link, bro. We gonna link. Hey, drop your give me your math, bro, in my DM. Give me your number in my DM. I'm gonna call you after I get done with this live, inshallah. All right, so let's go into it real quick. Let's take a look at what's going on in the great world of crypto. So you got Standard Chartered. Y'all know who this is? That's the thing. But with this financial game, people don't understand what they're looking at. You know what's interesting? People will be able to tell you, especially within our demographic. Hear me out. Especially within our demographic. People will be able to tell you who the El Chapos was and the Rayful Edmonds and the Rick Rosses, right? And the Big Meeches, right? The BMF, right? The Larry Hoovers, the Jeff Ford, which I ain't got no problem with the Larry Hoover and the Jeff Fords. Those are monumental men. But people will tell you about all these individuals, right? They were supposed to be getting to it, right? But they never heard of a Bernie Madoff. If you want to go the criminal route, they never heard of a Bernie Madoff. If you want to go the right route, they never heard of a Michael Blurry, right? They really don't know shit about Warren Buffett outside of what some rappers probably have said. You know what I mean? So when you're reading these articles and you see, oh, Fannie Mae did this with mortgages. Hey, you know, in fact, I was doing a class the other day, right? And I asked individuals. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Here we go. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac ordered to consider crypto as an investment when buying mortgages. Wow. So I asked individuals when I was presenting this to a class, I'm like, do y'all know who Fannie Mae is? I'm like, do y'all know who Fannie Mae is? Hmm? And they were like, chocolate? Hold on. Hold on. They were like, and they were like, chocolate? I'm like, man, no. Hey, Jesse Binga. Jesse, hey, you know what I've been looking to do, MetaMancer? There's a untapped history on Chicago that involves the Black Belt, right? We had our own Black Wall Street in Chicago. It was known as the Black Belt. Jesse Binga was a big black banker. Y'all never researched him, and there's not a lot of information you can find. It's not a lot of information you can find, but there is info on him, right? There is info on him. But Chicago had its own Black Wall Street. It was called the Black Belt, right? And we, in my humble opinion, we had one of the first and one of the largest numbers running games. In fact, more so to that point, right? Even with the numbers game, that's probably why I think I'm so raw with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? By way of DNA, right? By way of DNA. My grandfather used to run numbers for the Chicago outfit with Sam Giancana, right? If you don't know Chicago history, you might not understand what I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about? Well, my grandfather used to run numbers. He used to be a numbers man, right? He used to be a numbers man, and he used to run with the mob, the Chicago outfit back in the day, right? That's probably why I'm so raw with the numbers the way that I am right now, without knowing how I'm raw with the numbers. You get what I'm saying? I wrote a paper on the history of the Black Belt. Beautiful. I would love to be able to see that paper. See how deep you went. Yeah, the policy numbers. Yep. Policy numbers. Yep. But anyways, back to mindset. Once again, when you're reading these, so if somebody's seeing something like, oh, Fannie Mae considers crypto as an asset with buying mortgages, with them having a lack of knowledge, they're going to think, what does a chocolate company have to do with Bitcoin and mortgages? And they're two different Fannie Mae's. So when you're reading these stories and you're seeing Standard Chartered, right? Standard Chartered is a leading global bank offering a wide range of services, including credit cards, loans, accounts, and deposits. It's a British multinational bank with operations in wealth management, corporate and investment banking, and treasury services. Right? They're saying that they're lifting their year-end Ether forecast to 7,500. What do y'all think? Yep, the Bronzeville area. Ricky reinvented the Bronzeville area. Brother Carnez, if they not following with my page being private, they may not be able to tap in. So if you want, DM him and tell him to send me a friend request, and I'll accept his friend request so we can tap into the information. Also, with me going live, y'all, they just sent me a message right before I went live saying that I might not be able to go live anymore. The reason being, they're now going to start exclusive live for those individuals that are on Instagram private account. They said I have to be public and I got to have more than 1,000 followers, which I got over 20,000 followers. But they said that I'm not going to be able to go live anymore from a private account. What I think I may do, right? I may go live from one of my subsidiary accounts, probably the Vintage Apparel. No, you know what I'm going to start going live from? Everyone needs to go follow my Blok Wall Street. I'll put it on my post. Everybody needs to go follow. I forgot the name of the damn page. It's Blok Wall Street something. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. That's where I'm gonna start going live from. Since this is what they're gonna be doing, that's where I'm gonna start going live from. Hold on. Here we go, right here. See, this one's private. I gotta open this one up. God damn. I gotta open this one up. But this is it right here, I think. Let's open the scan page. BWS Blok Wall Street. Blok_Wall_Street. Follow that page. That's probably I'll probably open that one up to public and start promoting my classes and everything over there and go live from over there. Yeah, they changing it. I did used to eat Fannie Mae chocolate. Yeah, I used to eat Fannie Mae chocolate. They used to have one out in the suburbs on Halsted, right past Chicago Heights, going into Homewood. Right there at the top of the hill, they used to have a Fannie Mae. Right? It's all well. Hey, look, they ain't gonna stop nothing. They ain't gonna stop. I've been going live for 7, 8 years. They ain't gonna stop nothing. Yeah, on IG, Tiffany. On IG, they're gonna stop my not on YouTube, but on IG. So, anyways, what do y'all think about a $7,500 price target right now, where ETH is? Brandon the broker, what's going on, big homie? Peace. Wow, hey, lady electrician say she used to work there at the Fannie Mae on Halsted. That's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hey, what do y'all think about a $7,500 price target on ETH? What do y'all think? Y'all see it? And by the end of the year, 7,500. What do you think? What do you think? This the macro picture on. Hey, look, this what I want y'all to look at though. This right here. See what this stroke? This is $1 million right here. Look how close we are to $1 million Bitcoin. All we need is a candlestick like this right here. Look how close we are to $1 million Bitcoin. These are yearly candlesticks, by the way. This is what Bitcoin does year after year after year. So when motherfuckers try to tell you, oh, what about the crash? Where do you see a crash at right here? I see a couple of sell-offs. But I mean, if you look at it year in, year out, since 2009, you've only had 1, 2, 3, 4 bad years. And yeah, and you caught that pattern too, right? 3 up, 1 down, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3. I wonder how high this third one's gonna push. Very good eye. Very good eye. Hey, big shout out, Cardez. Don't forget to drop your number in my DM, bro. Don't forget to drop your number in my DM. I'll remind you after this live. So this is our 3rd year. If this is any indication, this is our 3rd year. This is our 3rd year. Come on, man. $1 million ain't too far away. All we need is a candlestick like this, and that ain't. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to see? Right. But anyways, the focus of today is Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? What is Ethereum doing? Ethereum's really suppressed. Look at this. Look at this consolidation right here. You've consolidated in Ethereum. Look at this consolidation real quick. Hold on. Let's look at this consolidation real quick, bro. Let's run it here. So you can see you got your heartland, you got a parallel channel, right? This is a parallel channel. Now, if we was to measure, and this parallel channel really ran from February of 2021 to August of 2025. So let me see. How many days? Let's see. That's 1,642 days. 1,642 days of suppression, of consolidation. Have you used protocol to lock your collateral into where you can't get liquidated if the price drops? You have to explain it and share the protocol. What's going on, bot sisters? Peace. So you got 1,642 days of ETH price being suppressed, right? If we were just to measure this and see what the measured move was to give us, right? This is a measured move. That gives us a price target of $27,000 Ethereum. What do y'all think? Too outlandish? Too outrageous? Huh? Too outlandish? Too outrageous? What you think? Now remember, nothing goes straight up. I mean, it kind of goes straight up here, but nothing really goes straight up. So what you want to kind of look for, even in this rally, right? Let's do this. Even in this rally right here, where it kind of went straight up, right? Let me show you something. If we were to pull a Fibonacci extension, and let's just for the moment, right? For the moment, let's just see if all this was just random. this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that real quick. All right, so what happened? Right from that last cycle, swing high, swing low. Your first real consolidation came right here around the 236. Your next stop was right here at the 382. From there, you pretty much ran to your 50, right? So first stop 236, second stop 382, third stop 50. From there, you shot to your previous high. From your previous high, where did you go? 1272. Gave you a pullback. Then from there, you ran pretty much to the 3272, broke back down 1272, gets back tested, previous resistance, back tested as support, run back up to retest 3618, and then break all the way back down to your 618. Right? So even when you're in those high volatility areas, you're still gonna see. Let me do it like this. Let me get that back on there. There we go. There we go. Even in high volatility areas, right? You're still gonna see some type of order out of all that chaos. Right? Now let's take a look at Ether, the most immediate. See where we're at. See what the expectations of a continuation could be. All right. So numbers wise, right? Let's get rid of that. Let me look at. We're gonna look at M2 global money supply here in a minute too. Numbers wise, right? From a swing high, swing low perspective. Always remember, y'all, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take this as any type of financial advice. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling y'all could be 100% wrong. Always go do your own due diligence. Right? Anyway, what I'm looking for, keep it on the eye. What I'm looking for out of Ethereum right now, right? From a first and foremost, I'm looking to take out right here. This one spot, $4,868. Might as well call it $4,900. So my first obstacle to seeing that $7,500 mark, right, as they call it, first obstacle, right, is $4,900. Now, if and only if we can close a monthly candlestick above $4,900, and then have the follow-up candlestick hold above $4,900, and not even give it some wiggle room to come back and tap 4K, right? Not even give it some wiggle room to come back and tap 4K, right? But in a bullish event, if we're able to hold that $4,900 level as support, right? I got three areas of interest from taking out this resistance right here, right? I got three areas of interest. It's going to be 1 to 1272, which is around 5,900. We might as well call it $6,000. My second area of interest is $6,500. That's your 1414, right? That's right there. Then my third area of interest is, lo and behold, 73.33. Might as well call it 7,400. That's close enough to 7,500. So now what we're looking at is a possibility of a $7,500 price target, 73 to $7,500 price target, based off of a Fibonacci extension on the conditions that we break, hold, and close above our previous high at 4,900, and then crack, hold, and close inside of the second golden pocket above $6,000. These are my conditions. Remember, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. And always remember, this could fail. If we end up closing below 4,900 and turning that back into a resistance, we can easily come back down to one of these Donkey Kong levels. Right? Thank you, Bot Sister. She said that people only knew the wealth of information here today on this live stream. Yeah. If only they knew. That's why I don't get it. I got over 20,000 followers, but I go live and I get 30 people. That's not even 10%. It's not even 10% of the followers. I don't get it. Even on YouTube, the YouTube's fucking open. And I barely ever crack 100. And I've been going live since 2017 on YouTube. And I barely crack over 100 viewers. But then you see these Schiller pages talking about moon, rocket, up. And they got 1,500 people viewing. 2,500 people viewing. You know why? That's because they cater more so to the hype. They cater to the hype. Do you interact with Kava? Actually, let me show you. Anybody want to go check out one of my old podcasts, right? Just Google New Money Matrix. You're going to get New Money Matrix podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, right? And the such. And if you go here and you look at my past episodes, right? Just to show you how long I've been here. She asked about Kava, right? She asked about Kava. Just to show you. Just to show you where we at. Yeah, this is a throwback podcast. I did this. Hey, before niggas was doing all them podcasts during COVID, I had already started my podcast. This is 2019 right here that you're seeing. 2019 Bully Podcast. August 21st, 2019. What's today's date? Hold on, what's today's date? Today's what, the 13th? Let me see, did I do an episode on the 13th? August 16th, 15th, 14th. Nope, I missed the 13th and went straight to the 14th. Let me see, crypto credit. Look, I was talking about crypto credit and lending platforms July 28th, 2019. Right? 2019. Now, what I'm looking for, I did a video on Kava before they even went live. I was covering what Kava was going to be doing with XRP at that time. That's what I'm looking for, is that episode. This is June. Here we go, right here. May 24th, 2019. XRP, Kava, Cosmos, and decentralized finance. Kava Labs is developing a stablecoin, USDX, backed by XRP on the Cosmos zone, which dynamically maintains stability to USD with decentralized mechanism. Moreover, USDX has a native token, XR, blah, 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 blah. But look at the date on that, May 24th, 2019. Yep, I've been involved with Kava since at least 2020, maybe. Right, maybe. So yeah, definitely Kava. All right, but let's get back to it. Let's get back to what Standard Charters are saying. All right, let's get back to the story. Let me get back on point. We got the official Ben Gordon, legendary, from the Chicago Bulls in the building. What's going on, brother Ben? That's my twin right there. What's going on, big homie? Glad to have you in the building. Let me know when you make it back to Chicago, bro. Let me know when you make it back to Chicago. Hey, you know what's interesting about that? She said you are a visionary. It ain't too many with that transparency. What's interesting about that is I'm one of the most transparent individuals. I don't never even show myself. I'm one of the most transparent individuals y'all know, and I don't show myself. Right? It's a mystery, but I'm one of the most transparent. Ain't that like an enigma? I guess people don't like the truth. Unfortunately, people love to be sold dreams, overnight success, not knowing overnight success is an average of 5 years. Yep. Bully, they got you shadow banned on here. I have to keep checking your page. I don't get notifications. Wow. Hey, you know, they gonna do it to the real. They go always do it to the real. Hey, give the brother my thanks for sending you over here. Give the brother my thanks. All right, now, what are we saying here? What's the difference between ETH and WETH? Nothing. WETH is a wrapped version of ETH using decentralized applications. It's normally pegged 1-to-1, though you can find a bit of arbitrage in between the two, where it might be a price difference. But for the most part, WETH is just wrapped ETH, just like WBTC is just wrapped Bitcoin. All right. Call me Star Child said the most consistent teacher in the game. I like to think that I am. I like to honestly think that I am, especially within our community. You know, a lot, not even in our community though, but just with shillers. A lot of times, like right now, you're starting to see a lot more people talk about Bitcoin, crypto, what you should be buying, what you should be investing in. But where was these motherfuckers when it was in a bear market? Understand this. The general public gets y'all involved close to the fucking top. They get to saying what you should be looking at, what you should be investing in. Look, I literally did a class every single week for at least 6 months straight in 2023. It was the boot camp series. I started those classes on purpose because Bitcoin was $16,000. And I'm like, if I do at least a class a week, once every week, There's no way people can miss this bottom. There's no goddamn way they should be able to miss this bottom. Bitcoin was $16,000 when I did those classes, when I started those classes. And I did damn near the whole year, but consistently every single week, I did at least 6 months straight. That's 4 classes a week for 6 months straight. Right? But now you got it. Oh man, XRP and Algo and Bitcoin and ETH and XD. Hold on, hear me out though. Hear me out though. It's a good thing because they're getting people involved, right? Let me say that. It's a good thing that they're getting. I'm sure you converted some teenagers. Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I've worked with the youth. I've worked with children as young as maybe 8 or 9, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but what I was saying is that it's good because they're getting people involved. I mean, because we're gonna look back 5 years from now, and if they stick with it, if they don't sell in the bear, if they stick with it, they should be happy they bought today, tomorrow, last week, whatever the case may be, right? But let's get back into the story. Standard Chartered raised its year-end target for Ether to 7,500 from 4,000, of course, on Wednesday, citing improvement in industry engagement and an uptick in holdings of the cryptocurrency in recent months. It goes on to state that this brokerage's new year-end target represents a premium of near 60% from Ether's more than 3.5-year high of 4,700 on Wednesday. The world's second largest cryptocurrency has become the token of choice for those looking for more active returns. Unlike Bitcoin, which solely relies on price appreciation, Ether can be used in staking, a practice where holders lock up their tokens to support the Ethereum network in exchange for reward. And I am going to be holding a class Monday night, because I think it's due, on how to maximize your Ethereum return. We just did the class on Bitcoin, showing you how to maximize and earn more Bitcoin on top of your Bitcoin. That class was last week. That is available now on my website. That is now available on my website, blockwallstreet.io. That is available on the website. Okay? So now what they're saying is that if you're looking at ETH versus Bitcoin, right, Ethereum, from an accumulation standpoint, has a better chance because you're able to earn these staking rewards, right? Do you know of any dApps that allow you to day trade tokenized stocks and commodities? Of course I do, my friend. Of course I do. Let me check something real quick. Let me see. Where are you? Where is? Yeah, I got you. Hold on. There we go. So if you want somewhere to trade tokenized stocks and commodities, just off the top of my head, if they let me go there without having a VPN on. Is it .io? Hold on, I got you. And see, that's why I hate this. You know what? I got you. Hold on. I got you. No, it's not. It's not CoinGecko that we want. It's DeFi Llama that we want. All right. So here we go. So now, what you're looking for? In fact, you know what? It's actually under the airdrops tab, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually under the airdrop tab. Let's go TVL, top TVL. Here we go. Where are you at? There go that Steakhouse Finance. Where are you at? Franklin Templeton. Where are you at? I just seen you. Just seen it in this list of airdrop platforms. They could do an airdrop. But where were you? It ain't margin 5. I like this beat too. You know what? Let me do it like this. There we go. Derivatives. You know what? You might be able to find them on Polynomial. That's not who I'm looking for, though. Ah, you know what? What is that on? That's on the... It's on the Optimism Network. So hold on. OP. There we go. Was it derived? I think it is derived. Or is derived? Let me see. If it ain't derived, it's gonna be no, this just got perps options. It's not derived. What platform was that? It's not derived. Let me see. Was it on base then? It might be on base. Let's see. It might be on base. They got a real nice list of tokens you can trade. I mean, stocks you can trade over there too. That's why I'm really trying to find it. Yeah, but it ain't X stocks. It ain't. We looked at X stocks in the Bitcoin class because I was showing y'all how to get that micro strategy and leverage it and borrow against it and go back and get more Bitcoin. That's why we was looking at X stocks. But that ain't the platform I'm thinking of right now. I don't think it's not Wasabi. It's not Wasabi. Let me see. I know what it is. Okay, so leverage X. There it is. I just had to keep thinking. Now, let me see. It's leveragex.trade. That's the platform. Leveragex.trade. They got MicroStrategy. They got Apple. So you can trade stocks and everything right here. Right? Let me see. All right, let me get back into the story. Let me get back into the game, y'all. My apologies. When I see certain questions, I'll be wanting to answer them. So my apologies. Hold on. That's the next story. All right, let's get back into it. They go on to state that Ether has soared over 50% in the last 4 weeks, helped by the passage of the Genius Act, which is a law to create a regulatory regime for dollar-pegged cryptocurrencies known as stablecoins. Prices of other crypto assets also rose on hopes the law would lead to increased acceptance. We projected the stablecoin sector will grow by around 8x by the end of 2028, which would have a significant direct impact on fees on the Ethereum network. Most stablecoins are issued and transacted on the underlying Ethereum blockchain, driving up demand for Ether to pay for transaction fees. Ethereum's long-term growth depends on using its main blockchain, Layer 1, for high-value transactions, especially those tied to traditional finance, Kendrick said, adding that a big boost in Layer 1's capacity would help make this possible. The brokerage raised its 2028 year-end forecast from 25,000 Wait, it raised. That was a misquote because it says from 25 to 75. That doesn't make sense. But they also see potential for Bitcoin, for Ethereum treasury companies to increase their holdings of the token to 10% of all Ether in circulation. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? They're trying to get 10% of all the Ether in circulation. Now, let me tell y'all a strategy, right? Just like if you want more Bitcoins, the riskier but more beneficial way is to use a smaller fish to get the big fish, right? So if you're looking at the appreciation of cheaper altcoins, Optimism, Arbitrum, Stacks, if we're talking about Bitcoin, you need Ethereum. But if we're talking about Ethereum, right, in my humble opinion, the position should then be, okay, what can I buy under the Ethereum ecosystem that I think is going to appreciate more than Ethereum that I can then roll over into Ethereum, right? Do you have a referral link so we can support you? I actually don't. I need to get one. I need to get some way of support. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it'd be, look, I'm not one of those people that be like, hey, hit the like button, hit the like, hit the, what the fuck they be saying? Hit the Cash App, hit the, what they be saying on YouTube? The donation button or whatever the fuck it is. I ain't got it, so I don't know. I just like to come here and talk this shit, to be honest with you. If y'all support, you support. I appreciate it. If you donate, you donate. I appreciate it. That is a good question, though. I do need to have some type of way. In fact, you know what I am about to have, though? I do got a couple of apps I'm going to be releasing. They're here to help us. Also, I think I'm going to set up one of those Amazon things to show y'all some of the things I be using as far as like the tea I be drinking, the coffee I be buying, which is actually herbal coffee, and then give y'all the ability to buy that. I'm going to look at monetizing my YouTube channel finally. I don't know. But nah, I really just like to come live and talk this shit. Like I say, cryptocurrency changed my life. It gave me a second life to live, right? It gave me a second life to live. I've sent a little ETH before. For real? I remember your chai. Yeah, that's all I used to ask for back in the day. A chai latte. Soft notes. We can use soft notes. Yeah, super chat. That's what they say. Super chat. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, I used to have the. Do you have your buy me a coffee account? Not anymore. I will buy herbal coffee. I don't have one anymore. I used to have an account y'all can send capital to just to buy me, but it's like getting it implemented on screen and doing it. Just be like, man, fuck all that. Like if somebody want to donate, they'll reach out, they'll hit me. But I am gonna find a donation button because you know what I did want to do? I did want to do a back to school giveaway, a back to school Bitcoin giveaway, right? To see how much Bitcoin I could acquire to give back to the children out here in Chicago. I can still do it. It's still kind of early. I'm gonna be honest with you. We can still do it. It's still early. I could hook up with a nonprofit within a week or something. If anybody that's interested in that, if you're interested in supporting a Bitcoin back to school giveaway, reach out to me. Block Wall Street work at proton.me. We can put that together in a couple of days. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna take nothing. And that's what I like about this system, right? Send the Bitcoin in, we can go shopping with it instantly. Ain't no, we got to get transferred and blah, 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 blah. We got to wait for them to release it and yada, 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 yada. It's peer to peer. You get what I'm saying? I love it. I'm going to start doing a lot more of those. Back to school. I should have did one for summer. Do one for Christmas, Thanksgiving. I was going to do the turkey thing last year. I just got sidetracked. But it's a lot of good that I want to do. A lot of good that I want to do with this new technology and with the community. You get what I'm saying? Come to Beyond Breakfast tomorrow. Where's that at? I think my homie sent me that in Chicago. I gotta look at my schedule, see what I got going on tomorrow. But for those that are in the Chicago land, reach out to me. Let's connect. I got a building we can connect at. We can put some plans together. If you're in Chicago, reach out via my email. You know what? I'm working on my clothing site. I'm gonna have the clothing site running back up probably in about a month. I'm gonna have the clothing site running back up probably in about a month. Oh, damn, that's a bot? For real? That's a real life bot? Then that's interesting. How the hell did they program that? Nah, you know what? They told me that one of their homies sent them here, though. If you're saying that Bot Sisters is a bot, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. She said, my homie Ira Way sent her over here. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. All right. So that's Ethereum, right? I don't know how we got sidetracked. That's Ethereum. Now, we got another story. ETH marching towards all-time high as traders predict a $13,000 ETH price. What do y'all think about this? What y'all think about $13,000 Ethereum? What y'all think about $13,000 Ethereum? Y'all didn't think it was a bot. What y'all think about $13,000 Ethereum? Y'all think it's obtainable within this cycle? You think it's obtainable in this cycle? Yay, nay? Let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look and see what the charts say about a $13,000 Ethereum. So you know where it'd probably come in at? Let me see. Probably. Let me see if that's one, that's two. Right there, that 3 spot that I just popped in. So right here, right? What you're looking at, this 300% right here, Fibonacci retracement is 12,846. That could be a $13,000 top before we move north into 14 to 15,000. So this is the way you look at it, right? You got 2 pockets to get to 13,000. You got to get through with Ethereum. You got 2 pockets you got to get through in order to get to $13,000 Ethereum. The first one is between 6,000 and 7,300. The second one is between 10,000 and 11,300. Right? 10,000, 11,300, 6,000, 7,300. These are the 2 pockets you got to get through before we ever reach anywhere close to 13,000. Right? So pay attention to what price does when it comes within these pockets. The email is blokwallstreetwork@proton.me. BLOCKWALLSTREETWORK@PROTON.me. Or you can go to blockwallstreet.io. I believe you can send an email here. I think you can reach me here. blockwallstreet.io. I believe so. Anyways, let's see what they're talking about. It says Ether inches closer to all-time highs as several bullish indicators align to support a rally into price discovery in the coming days. It goes on to state that Ether's price jumped 10% today, inching towards its all-time high of 4,800. Over 2.3 billion flows into spot Ethereum ETFs over the 6 days. Traders' ETH could rise as high as 13,000 once it enters price discovery. It goes on to state that Ether passed 4,600 on Wednesday, up over 8% over the last 20. Let me see where we're at right now. 4670. Give me my money. It may be obtainable. If not, then very close. XRP to $750 per Jake. I don't know who the fuck Jake Clover is and don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Reverse carry trades, oil price spikes, price appreciation. I'm not. First off, XRP is $3.24 right now. I'm not going to give a $750 fucking price target, and it hasn't reached $5 yet, $10 yet. That's just not how this shit works. So I'm not looking at $750 until we get somewhere near $500, $600. It's at $3 fucking right now. So let me say that about myself, y'all. I'm not one of those that. Oh man, even with Bitcoin. Do I think Bitcoin could reach $1 million? Yeah, but are we going there right now? No. We got to get through a couple of levels first. So I look at that. I look at all assets the same, y'all. Everybody get the same scrutiny. Everybody get the same stance. Can XRP be $750 one day? I mean, possibly. I don't know. It would have to have a. This is another thing y'all got to understand about market cap. It would have to have a larger market cap. Let's just do the math right now. We can do the math. Let's do the math. For XRP, let's just say it went to $750 today, right? This is what you got to understand about these coins. Okay. The total crypto market cap right now is about $4.1 billion. No, $4.1 trillion. $4,183,233,998,622 market cap, right? XRP's market cap is about, what is that, 9 trillion? Or 9 billion. Where we at? Let me bring this down a little bit. There we go. So where are we at right now? All right. So the market cap at 193 million dollars, right? No, billion. 193,412,554,515 dollars, right? Right now, you have a circulating supply of around 59.3 billion tokens. So let's just take this number, right? Because market cap is what? Price multiplied by circulating supply. So let's see what the market cap of XRP would have to be in order for it to be $750. All right? Multiplied by 7. Well, let's just do 750. 750. Oh man, so plus 13 zeros. Come on, man. Why can't y'all just give me the goddamn answer? You got to give me all this extra. God damn. 59. So it'd be, that's plus 13 zeros. Fuck. Yeah. It'd be too fucking much. Don't look at that right now. It'd be too fucking much. Don't look at that right now. Okay. Yeah, too much. But come on, man. Let's y'all be realistic, y'all. Be realistic. Like I said, one day, I mean, I don't know, 700. I mean, hey, he be sounding convicted. Hey, I can introduce you to some cats that'll convince you out of everything you got. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can convince you to some guys that sound really fucking convicted about certain shit, Joe. Very convicted. You know? That you know. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a conviction, but I mean those wild analysis. I'm not with that shit, Joe. I'm with reality. That's it. I'm with reality. I'm not with having people get on the bandwagon of. I'm just not with that, Joe. I'm a realist. Wait, what? He says XRP will be 3 to 4 figures by the end of the year? Of what year? 2040 or 2025? I don't know. Anyways, let's get back to the $13,000 high. All right, so they go on to state. Bids for Ethereum continue to strengthen with the asset marching towards all-time highs. On-chain data provided Glassnode said in the Tuesday post on Twitter. Glassnode explained that ETH has served as a bellwether for broader altcoin performance, and its latest strength is now fueling speculation for further upside. This performance is supported by a return of investor demand in the form of capital inflows into spot Ethereum exchange-traded funds. These investment products have seen a 6-day inflow streak totaling 2.3 billion, with Monday setting a record 1 billion in net inflows. Do y'all hear that? $1 billion worth of net inflows. 100% comprehension before compensation. 100%. And that's why I go live for y'all so much, so y'all can have a better comprehension than what you're getting out there from everybody else, in my opinion. Right? You got some notable people, but for the most part, like the way it ain't nobody gonna bring the information the way that I do. That's one thing I can say. There's nobody teaching the way I do. Nobody bringing the info lab the way that I do. Nobody's making this shit look cool the way that I do. I'm gonna keep it a buck without even showing myself. I make this shit seem cool and look cool, right? Maybe $7.50 euros. Yeah, I know. Another $500 million in the spot ETH ETF, 5th best day since launch. What time is it? I got a class to do. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, I damn near forgot, Joe. I got a mentorship to do today. Anyways, he added that was a notable shift that the spot ETFs had taken in nearly 1.5 billion more than the spot BTC ETF since the beginning of July. Moreover, treasury companies are increasing accumulating ETH, with holdings surpassing $16.5 billion. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all have a family treasury, a family reserve with at least Bitcoin and Ethereum in it? Not you, the family. How many of you are, when you're seeing companies saying, hey, we want to buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and $1 billion worth of Ethereum, and you as a family company, a family unit, don't have one Ethereum or a 0.1 of Ethereum or a 0.0001 of BTC, right? This is how I want y'all to start thinking, Joe. This is how I really want everybody on this live right now. No, I can't say that. That might be okay. No, this is the mindset I want individuals. This is the mindset I have. Let me say that. There we go. This is the mindset that I have, right? I want my wealth to grow along. I want my wealth, my family's wealth, to grow along with the wealth of these companies, right? The wealth of the country. Remember, don't forget we shared this the other day. Hold on. Don't forget we shared this the other day. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Here we go, right here. Don't forget that the White House, this is on whitehouse.gov, is establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a United States digital asset stockpile. So you should have a La Familia strategic Bitcoin reserve and La Familia digital asset stockpile for you and yours. Why don't you? Why don't you? You're welcome, Miss Tamika Green. Ooh, look at that. Ira said, I got my mom's and my sister doing bi-weekly contributions to our Aave account. Fucking game changing. And then putting it in BTC. Game changing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me see. What else did I have to cover today? Texas ready for $10 million Bitcoin purchase after governor signs bill for state reserves. Come on, man. What are we talking about? If you are in the lone state and you don't front run Texas, you're fucking tripping, Joe. If you're in the Lone Star State and you don't front run Texas buying Bitcoin, what are we talking about? Well, hey, you're in the best position you could. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all something, Joe. Financially speaking, this doesn't go to anything, even though it does boil over into mental, relationship, otherwise, because a lot of the problems that we have mentally, relationship-wise, right? A lot of this comes from the finances, right? It comes from the lack of having finances, right? This is where it comes from. If you can put yourself in a position and have enough foresight to think 5 to 10 years ahead and say, I could be in a better position by doing at least $1 a day, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? Hey, look, I wish I could stay and chill with y'all longer. Always remember the website, blockwallstreet.io. Hey, look, for those of you that want to be at a Buy Like Mike Club, we already getting the ball rolling, and it's just getting started. Reach out. Reach out. For the ladies out there, I told you we got a club for y'all. Reach out if you're interested. They're already over there getting to it. Reach out if you're interested. Okay? For all other services, classes, future classes, past classes, for one-on-ones, if you want one-on-one help, if you want to get a mentorship with me one-on-one, whether you're in Chicago or abroad, visit blockwallstreet.io. I remember one of your lives in the past talking about Texas. I researched into it, and they doing some building for crypto. Hey, the whole world's doing it, man. The whole world's doing it. They definitely crave instant gratification. Hey, with that being said, y'all, I got to get up out of here. Until the next one. If you missed this live, rewind it, go back and watch it again. I put $650 in Link, ETH, and sold gradually over the last 2 months for my little brother. It's at 900 right now. Hey, that's amazing, ZMJ. Amazing. I'm glad you made. Those are the type of people we need in our life. That's the type of big brother a motherfucker want right there, Joe. I appreciate you. Your little brother's going to thank the shit out of you later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Moms is going to thank you later on in life. You get what I'm saying? Hey, but with that being said, I salute to everybody. Peace, love, and light. Love you all. To the next one. Peace, power, and prosperity. We got class. Remember, we got class with Red Pill. Pay me in crypto this Friday. And then Monday night, I'm going to be holding class. Let me see if it's on my website yet. Hold on. Let me see if it's up here yet. It might not be up here yet. Nope, it ain't up here yet. It will be up here shortly, though. It will be up here shortly. It will be up here shortly. So, class Monday night, how to maximize your ETH returns. Be on the lookout for it on the website. I'll post it on my page. To the next one. Peace and prosperity, family. I am out of here.